live. So I'll say indeed and greetings unto you, beloved and holy friend. Thank you for joining me again on another conscious evolution. Today is dance day, so it is dance day. It is raining, which might actually work out in my favor because it is also super hot. So without further ado, it's nice to have you. Guess it's just me, Sam. If it was only you and me, I would still be grateful. Thank you for joining me, for sharing even a moment of your time with me. You ready for some dancing? Uh, I kept the Lady Gaga track from the last dance day, but it's the last one. No, second to last one. Still good. We'll see if we dance to it. Okay, okay. I'm just stalling at this point. Let's start. It's nice having your friends here. Let's dance.
The only thing Stay, 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 stay alive, stay alive. You want
Hold 'em like they do in Texas, please. Fold 'em, let 'em hit me, raise it, baby, stay with me. I love it. Not give intuition, play the cards with space to start. And after he's been hooked up, play the one that's on his heart. I'll get him hot, show him what I got. I'll get him hot, show him what I got.
Oh yeah, this song has a long silent bit right at the end of it. I am dehydrated. We love sleep. Sleep. Get some rest, dear friends. It's 4 p.m. for me. It's coming. It's giving me a second to breathe. I should go and wet my scarf, actually. I should take this time. Next track, please. Lisa, can I bother you for some music? Here it goes.
Nothing's like the first time, and when it ends, you try to find it all over again. But something's missing when you are gone. It's just a feeling I can't overcome. You will be the end of me, you're the end of me. I know. You keep my heart so endlessly, yeah, it's hard to let you go. Nobody's gonna love me like you. Nobody's gonna love me like you. Nobody's gonna love me like you. You keep my heart so endlessly, yeah, it's hard to let you go. when I sleep. I hear your voice. You leave me falling so helplessly. Yeah, you just start bringing me to my knees. Oh, you will be the end of me. You're the end of me. I know. You keep my heart so recklessly. Yeah, it's hard to let you go, 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 go. Nobody's gonna love me like you. Nobody's gonna love me like you do. Nobody's gonna love me like you do. You got me haunted when I sleep. I hear your voice echoing through my dreams. You keep me falling so aggressive. Yeah, you just start bringing me to my knees. Oh, I didn't know nobody. Oh, I didn't know nobody like you. Oh, I didn't know nobody. Nobody's gonna love me like you do.
All right, dancing thunder. I'm already beat. We did it, friends. We danced in gratitude of living. Calibrated a little bit, at the very least, our dopamine receptors. Better. Let me get myself. Ooh, I need to get myself some water first. Need to drink something. Ready. Quench my thirst. Love you. I feel like I'm in a different universe right now. Maybe we are. Maybe we are. Every single moment, every single peculiar makeup of dopamine receptors, different realities. Maybe not, but also maybe, right? Still out of the way. Put this up. I think I'm gonna have to put it on the other side. I feel like a cave person. Okay. Maybe there's like a resetting of your dopamine receptors and acting a little bit caveman like. No, that's better. You're light. How about that? Let me get this closer. I'm trying to find a spot where there's less moisture. Here should be fine. Let me open chat, and I'll be with you friends in a second. It's 34 minutes past. First time I'm checking the time again. See what you friends have been saying. Ooh. That's very live. Toasty, blessings again. Jovan and Sam and Dan. Lovings to you. See Lisa here and Lausanna. I think that's everybody for now. Curly had one. You said new tracks. Yeah, the first two were new ones. Haven't heard those before, or at least I haven't danced to them on stream. They're new to me. They're not maybe new within the infinity. But be tried to do a backflip. Thank you, Toasty, for your humor. An assisted backflip, Rod. I felt so bad. Tips hat while bouncing baby on chest. So much love, man. I was like tripping out about that. This mix goes hard. Toast, you have no idea how much your approval means to me, dude. I was like, Toasty has been to music festivals. He knows what good music is about. He's listening with advanced knowledge. Uh, unless you're on a phone, maybe that doesn't work. Good morning, beard. Where's the emoji? Man, I think I missed a bunch. Real quickly, okay. My 9% battery, but lovins, love to you, Jovan. Hope you get to a charger soon. I'm gonna drink some water quickly. Goodness. What's my intention? I want to set a proper intention. I've usually blessed the whole bottle just with like frequencies of love until it resonates back at me to the point where it gets louder somehow. I think it's like a doubling of waves or something. Growth. Today's stream topic is supposed to be about the sensitivity of our dopamine receptors. And now, in today's life, we have access to more dopamine than any other version of ourselves has ever. Just with this little device, this cell phone, or TV screen, or laptop, whatever form factor it comes in, it gives you access to the world in a way that no other human being has ever had it before. And that stimulates dopamine receptors. And certain behaviors, at least when repeated, builds a tolerance. You start to numb yourself to the beauty, the sensitivity, the specialness of the world and of this experience. I'm trying to think of it like a massive responsibility that every single human being has been given, but we all continue to be taken advantage of, realistically speaking. Right? Like it's not like we had the chance to evolve proper mechanisms against the amount of dopamine we have access to. Just sugar alone, for example, right? Like sugar is a big problem in the world when it comes to most of the health issues we're facing, realistically speaking. The amount of money that is thrown into it, and again, I don't think there's anything intrinsically wrong with sugar in and of itself. I just think there's something wrong with the amount of access we have, right? Like it's not only access, but it's slipped into stuff that you don't even think would have sugar in it just because it adds to the palatability of that food. When usually it was something we could only find very rarely in our nature environments. Maybe on a tree, and we would gorge ourselves. We would eat as much of it as we possibly could, probably. We had that instinct. But now we have access to sugar all of the time, and we still have that instinct to gorge ourselves all of the time as much as we can. Dopamine in that way. Then it's screens, right? The internet, the amount of access we have to information. Don't even get me into the dark side, the underbelly of the internet. There you're pushing dopamine buttons that are best left unpushed. Right? It's like buttons you can't unpush. And it's something you usually only had access to. And like a lot of these things are like that, right? And I feel I'm kind of conflicted of how I'm supposed to feel about it. But when you have an experience through the internet, depending on what the context of it is, I think if it's environmental, it doesn't matter that much. But when it's personal, when it's with another person that you're trying to have an experience, the actual merging, the connection the two people get to have in that experience with one another is the thing that is of significance, right? And getting yourself to the point where that usually was the norm. I'm trying to speak vaguely enough that this can be heard by anyone, but understood by adults. And it's messing with me as well. So maybe I'll continue speaking in vague terms and you can interpret whatever I say, however you want to. But allowing yourself certain experiences through the web medium that doesn't actually allow you the completion of said experiences or a true sense of union in those experiences leaves you feeling more lonely than it did afterwards. Might be a dopamine sensitivity thing as well. And now it's taking me through like a whole rabbit hole, just interpreting whatever I just said through your lens in this space. You have a lot of power. Way more power than you realize. The power to literally change the world. Every single person. Just think about that. Right? Doesn't that baffle your mind? Do we completely dissociate, right? And I feel again, it's a dopamine thing. We have seen individual people change the world so many times that we've had that dopamine button pressed in our brains over and over again of like, oh wow, this person is successful. And it paints this picture of them being this, outlier. There's a Gladwell book on that as well. And sure, some of them have advantages, but realistically, they're no more special than you are. That these people, right? Like one of my favorite things worth saying is say the same things about yourself that you would say about your heroes, right? And even if you don't believe it at first, live in a way where you can. feel lost in the sauce, y'all. Maybe it's the humidity. Maybe it's the beautiful clouds, actually. I don't know if I can show you much of it. Yeah. That's what I'm looking at. Still texture and complexity, even though it is overcast. I hope for more rain. Please, Mama Gaia, give me more rain. I beggeth you. Every single drop will count. So much love to you. Dancing can really put you in a state of mind. Look at Beauty but Duty, be cutie. Oh, Shelby has been in this corner the whole time. Hey, Shelby, got this. Absolutely no response. Not even like a little bit of a head flinch. Cats do not have names. At least they do not answer to their slave names. Is now hosting the live stream. That would be amazing. If I could give Pippi a little voice, she would 100% have a stream of her own before tomorrow's over. On your phone, maybe that doesn't work. What spawn is currently up to at the moment? Bless again, you and the one little one. It made me smile because it reminded me of the time when my son was a baby. I'd gotten a big pile of library books, and I realized that they were all either about breastfeeding or bread making. And in my sleep deprived brain haze, I thought that was hilarious. Then I started thinking, I should either of those words be hyphenated? One word, two words? Because I'm an editor slash proofreader for a living. I was hoping for more. I was hoping for more. Maybe there is. No. That does kind of sound hilarious. For me, the way I'm feeling about it is like you're saying like a whole library, right? A pile of library books. I don't know what a pile, how many books a pile is, but like having multiple books on the same subject. Maybe some of the funny, at least in my mind right now, the irony is just like the trip of so many of them, breastfeeding and bread making, hyphenated. I feel like I'm getting sleep deprived. Trying to understand as well. I bet you aren't getting much sleep, Toasty. How's the baby? You might have already gone on the adventures. I bet you are. Love again. I hope you get to slow down and relax soon if you're busy season at work or holidays. African man makes ceremonial groaning noise. How are ways for you guys to raise dopamine? I think the only way to really raise dopamine is to raise your sensitivity. That's, I think, the thing that I'm trying to get at. Did I use the word sensitivity? Yeah. Considered his sensitivity to dopamine. And I'm really considering my sensitivity to dopamine right now because I feel I am desensitized a little bit to the dopamine. Or maybe I'm experiencing more than just dopamine or the lack thereof. I am also experiencing caffeine, but maybe also dehydration, maybe also heat exhaustion, a little bit or whatever. I was exhausted a second ago from all of that dancing. So my body is probably releasing some endorphins, thanking me for stopping or whatever. So I think that's the best way, right? Abstain from things and then allow yourself that experience and then see what experience arises from that. I guess my light is no more electricities. Bethany, bless you. It's nice seeing your name here with us, friend. Ton of friends, making homemade popsicles, and they are good. Quick, pick me up. They do sound nice, actually. I've been thinking about your popsicles, Lausanne. We'll slow down on December 8th, and I'll probably be addressing holiday cards day and night for the next 2 weeks. That sounds so adventurous. I mean, maybe there is some joy in it, like a scrapbooking thing. I don't know if you're gonna enjoy it, but I hope you try to. Maybe like listen to a podcast. I think I got freaking muscatied. A Moscato, sneaked up on me, attacked me in my blind sides. I feel like I'm so lost right now. Oh, center. I am centered. I am here. I am on planet Earth. I am in a live stream with other beloved friends. There are people here looking at me, being like, what is this guy going through right now? There's me trying to understand what I'm going through right now. There is change. There is the experience offset change. There is the getting resensitized to certain dopamine stimuli in the universe. And like I just came out of Sober October as well, right? So you would think I would learn the lesson as far as I'm supposed to, at the very least. But no, I don't know if you can, right? Because dopamine is also the thing involved with addiction. Anything that releases dopamine, you can get addicted to. And there's a bunch of things that release dopamine. Oh, so many. Like maybe that's, a quote we can go away with for the rest of the day of like, human beings are really good at producing dopamine for novel things, right? Because there are people out there in the universe who produce a significant amount of dopamine in the pursuit of an acquisition of little model trains or hot rods of their favorite cars or Lego sets that they spent meticulously hours building. Right? Like, and that's not normal when it comes to the animal world, at the very least. Right? Like Pippi's dopamine responses. I think she gets some dopamine from the dancing, right? Like there's clearly some sort of novelty happening in her brain with my movement and right, like there's like not many things in her world that she can access that is that stimulating, at least in my opinion. But then the other things that she appreciates that stimulates dopamine in her brain is just something as regular as food, right? Something that she can eat. Yeah! Or kill. That's also probably another one. Good old Peppy. Look at the kitties in the background. Yeah, Peppy, Peppy! Starts jetting for the cats. Ginger just stands still. I think it's my dad that's back. I'm compiling a list of Christmas cookies I may make this year. What are y'all's favorites? What is my favorite cookie? Weirdly enough, as of late, I've gravitated towards. We call it a havermout cookie in Afrikaans. Oats cookies. It's like a very simple butter, sugar. I don't even know if there's eggs in it. Some flour, and then high ratio. Like I think something like 75% of the mass is like just oats, like rolled oats, or like yeah, I think it's just rolled oats, and then you bake that, and it turns into a slightly caramelized, little bit flaky, very like rough and chewy, but beautifully flavored oats cookies. And they're like gritty. When you eat those cookies, instead of it feeling like you're just committing a sin every single time, those feel like you're doing something good for yourself, right? It's the dopamine thing. It is 100% the dopamine thing for me. So maybe there's some sort of button in my brain that says to it, when you get like this type of texture and like this type of volume and this type of mouthfeel and this amount of fat and this amount of sugar, then you're eating something good for you. Where normal cookies, that's just like flour and sugar and maybe some extra ingredients, to spice it up. But that oats, that thick, like rough kind of like ingredient, it tricks you into believing you're doing something that can be considered, food, but no. So I feel like those are my favorite, just from like an appetite perspective. Like if I could only have one cookie going into a desert, right, and I could like continuously spawn more, that would be the cookie for me. I'm compiling love again to you. I also have a little mint and eucalyptus inhaler thing that I sniff when I'm falling asleep at work. Nice. My mind goes to such a weird place. I'm so sorry, Loizana. This is not me trying to be rude. This is just me jumping to extremes because I don't know why. I feel like it's cold of me, right? And it's like it reads something like, and it's not like I even know, but that's the joke of it as well. I think it's maybe like a dopamine thing. It is very dopamine related, so I'm gonna say it anyway. I read, I have a little mint and eucalyptus inhaler thing that I sniff when I fall asleep at work. And I see that as like so wholesome and beautiful because it's like plant materials, right? Mint, plant. Eucalyptus, plant. But both of those, mint and eucalyptus, has been taken from the plant material and concentrated down into the constituents and then put in that device, right? And it's not bad, not at all. But then my mind goes to the extreme of like wanting to ask you, have you tried cocaine? Because it's also like a plant material that you can concentrate the cocaine product out of and use that concentrate to inhale and then you can really stay awake at work. I'm so sorry, Louisiana. Forgive me. Forgive me. But the thing is, weirdly enough, I feel like they are still kind of in the same ballpark, right? Like we should normalize the understanding that we use plant materials to interface with this world, and there's nothing wrong with that. I would like to try the mint and eucalyptus. I'm guessing if you have a lavender inhaler in the same kind of like style that you have your little inhaler in, it might do the opposite, might actually calm you down and let you sleep better. Have you found it working? Maybe that's the real question to ask. Those little wreaths made out of cornflakes are so good. All cookies are delicious, to be honest. Oh, so a cookie made out of cornflakes, that does actually sound kind of nice. If things, do they stay crispy? Is my question though. If things are really bad, I try to go outside and do this thing called listening to birds. Tried and tested. That one works. I'll show you what it means in Discord. That's shit, Lisa. There may or may not be any birds, but this isn't about listening to birds, but listening for birds. It's nice to do while walking, even if there's no birds. It gives you something to focus on. I kind of like that. I can hear so many birds as soon as I tune into that mode of consciousness of listen to birds. Thank you for bringing it into our minds, Lausanna. I shared it, so check it out. They're good in many variations. Thank you, Lisa, for blessing us. Let me check all chat or all messages to make sure I'm not missing anything. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm. Shared it to chain. Tiny, tiny little set of colored pencils in my purse and a small notebook. And sometimes even a tiny homemade coloring book for emergencies. That's kind of wholesome, right? I'm just imagining what the coloring book emergency looks like. And like all of them still sound dramatic, but they're like Louisiana gets in an elevator, and as the elevator goes down, power outage. And no, that's still traumatizing. I don't want that to happen to you, Louisiana. But then Louisiana busts out her coloring book, her sketches. She has the whole set. I know. 45 minutes later. I know that's 45 minutes is long enough to be bad, but not so long that you're gonna have a panic attack. Maybe you've already had 5 panic attacks. We might just say, but let's say that it was fine, right? And then she has like a beautifully colored, little sketch. Walks out strutting like nothing even happened. She had her coloring book on her, emergency crisis averted. So much love to you. I love that, Louisiana. That kind of makes me happy. Just imagining that being with you. Or maybe like, I don't know if you ever did, but giving it to the kids or something. Is there an interaction between the bird noises and your stress level? Yeah. Did the birds make you stress more? I don't know if that's the right question to ask, but I'm curious about that data point. Oh yeah, hearing the birds and touching trees are two things that help me enormously. Perfect. Nature is healing, I agree. Absolutely. I used to love touching trees, yes, even hugging them when I used to go hiking. I feel like a dork admitting that, Kristen, trees have been hugged in this space many a time. You have nothing to be shy about. I feel, if anything, what you are doing in that moment is transmitting energy, right? I do believe that tree is aware, and you hugging that tree is like a certain transmittance of energy. And if you want to think about it from a logical, physical perspective, when you lean into the tree and hug it, and there is like any mass that is taken off of your feet because of your contact with that tree, on a literal physical level, that tree is supporting you, elevating you energetically, right? Might be only for a moment while you're hugging that tree, but yeah, right. So there's a reason I believe we do that. I had a whole trip about that one day, Tristan, where I, you know, played with lions and I was walking around to every single tree and putting my hands on it. And every single time I did that, a different experience arose. And it was like there was an experience waiting for both me and the tree, but it's only available once we connect with one another or something. Hey, Joy Vive is joining us. You missed the dance. My heart. My heart was so cry. Also, we miss you in yoga. It's nice to have you here right now. Thank you for joining us, Joy Vive. This is a very disconnect between the modern human and Earth. There is a very large disconnect, absolutely, Sam. Unfortunately, I live in a frozen wasteland and I have an intense, sedentary job with few breaks. In that case, thank you for showing up for the yoga, Lozana. I can means even more that you're doing that for yourself. Say, touching trees, and then I hear smoke weed. Smoke weed. There is a very large love again. I love you. I love your adore, Kristen. I think the trees have stories, and if we could talk, they are the lungs of the earth. Bless. I love that, Lisa. Beautifully said. By breathing, you are in a way exchanging information of the trees. Yeah, right. You feel the connections being made. Oh no, Sam. When I say touch trees, I mean touch trees. I don't smoke. Yeah, of course. I still hug trees when no one is looking. I encourage the people looking to hug trees with me. Some of them do. Some of them actually do. Good morning to you, Doctor. It's nice having you here too, man. I slept an hour later than usual. I'm not gonna lie, it feels pretty good. Bless you, oh. Hope that extra hour treats you well for the rest of your day. Did you feel nice and energized, man? Toasty, this is the second time I slept in since my kid was born. Oh, goodness. Second time in 4 years. That's brutal. Oh. Auntie, it's because kiddos are sick home from school. Going to be some nice bed cuddles today. And I'm in for it. So much love. I hope you have a good one, man. I'm having a nice lychee popsicle right now. I haven't had lychees in so long. Again, my mind goes to the extreme, Rosanna. I want apple-sized lychees now. I want lychees that I can eat like an apple. That has the pit of like a peach. Yeah. That flesh would feel like I'm eating a dragon. Or maybe an alien. Can you imagine it? Right? Like you've felt the flesh of like a lychee, but it's like this big usually, right? Imagine that as like an apple sized. fruit textures is something that kind of still baffle me because there's like I live in a certain environment, so I only have access to certain food types. And if you, with the help of the internet these days, go and look how many different types of fruits alone there are in the world, you'd be baffled, right? Hey Google, how many edible fruits are there in the world?
According to study.com, there are over 2,000 different types of fruits, but the Western diet typically only includes about 10% of these. It is also important to note that many fruits have multiple varieties.
Yeah. So there are 7,500 different fruit varieties and 2,000 different fruit species or types of fruit. Right? And in the average, like big supermarket where you can get like most of the fruit, or at least a lot of the fruit, you can get like 150 different types if you're lucky. 2,000 different species. And then it's like, oh yeah, that's cool and all, but how different can they be? And then it's like very different. And specifically in the textures, right? The amount of different feelings, processes to getting to the fruit you'll have. That's the real thing that breaks my brain. Some of them are very alien. It's almost like we pick the fruits that make us feel less weird or whatever. Forgive me for not knowing, Mel, but do you celebrate Christmas or similar? Yeah. Like what you have in Texas is very similar to what we in South Africa have, at least the white population in South Africa. Very orthodox, conservative type Christian, like celebrate the gospel over Christmas, the Bible reading leading up to it, kind of stuff. And I'm gonna spend Christmas with my family this year again, but it is it's like family thing, at least for me. All right, going for the family. Is that Naren I see? Bless you. I have something to share. After freelancing in video production for 3 years, I'm now registering as a company. The name I'm tilting towards is Neo Neon. Neon is Sanskrit for eye or vision. Neo Neon. Hey Google, define the word neo.
Here's the definition of neo.
The new vision. And then being a media company. I love it, bro. That sounds perfect, man. Neo Neon. Am I saying it correctly? Is it Nyan? And it's Naren, right? So I'm not sure how many of those are matching up. Sounds really cool. The new vision or the new eye, the new way of seeing things, right? Bless you, Brother Bear. May your business be so successful. I see a rocket ship with layers of what looks like fire around it. But those layers of fire were like shields as it was flying forwards, sending you blessings. Yeah, it's the second pronunciation of Nayan. You said Nayan, Neo Nayan. Sounds even better like that. Neo Nayan. Because it, right, in my mind at least, it has like a curvature to it. Neo Nayan. Ni, ni, right? Thanks all. Now Nest asks to build a logo. Well, NN, bro. Best to make it your own. You're going to do well, bro. You have the two N's in your name as well, so I feel it's gonna be a significant symbol. Make it a symbol, right? Make it something that you want to see out in the world. Make it something you would want to tattoo on your body. At least that's what I believe about the symbol that you want to identify with. Mel, those oatmeal cookies sound amazing. My mom used to make something like that. They always tasted like more. It was hard to stop eating them. Yes, I see. Louisiana is definitely an understander. of the effect that those cookies can have on a human being. Plus is nog. That's how we say that saying. Tasted like more. We say, dit proes is nog. Hierdie is so lekker. Dit proes is nog. This is so nice. It tastes like more. I'm gonna get some better lighting so that you friends can see my face. I'm gonna get some better lighting for you. How's that? Yeah? Yeah, that much better? Wow, okay. Yeah, cool. I do have a grinder there. What would be in it? What would have grinned inside of that? Whenever I use my little mint and eucalyptus thing to stay awake at work, I always worry that a coworker was not doing okay. Oh, this makes me so happy. Good. I'm happy that I went through with it and still said something, Louisiana. Right? It's like it's not bad enough that you also thought about it. I had to put it in your mind that I also think about it. I'm sorry. You're fine. I'm sure your coworker knows that you're not doing cocaine at work. It would sound differently anyway. So you're super fine. It's just funny because I like it. Yeah. Thank you for sharing that with us. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Okay. I don't know if I want to adjust this. Adjust myself. Where I'm not cut out for this side of the job. Seeing myself is rough. When I hear it works extremely well, I never have to do it more than once in a day. How about that? Okay. I mean, apparently you can use like smelling salts as well. But I feel like that would be like stepping it up, like like the mint and eucalyptus is like a fairy, right? Suddenly flying into your room. You're gonna be like, whoa, what the hell? And you're gonna be alert, right? That's like the mint and eucalyptus, and the fairy disappears again. Where the smelling salts, it's gonna be more like sleep paralysis demon. Something that suddenly appears in your environment and you cannot escape from and mildly paralyzes you, kicks you back. This is the mimosa. I brought this out specifically for you, friends, because I think this is going to be the last time in a while I smoke on stream. I want to set that intention with you, friends, as well, because that is kind of what I want to be doing. Dopamine. The sensitivity to dopamine. Today's whole stream point, right, is going to actually, I hope at least, fingers crossed, I'm really trying to be better with reality, right? Like the last month, in comparison to my sober October month, was arguably speaking not as good, all right? Not as centered, not as present. So I think I'm gonna have to readjust. Pippi keeps chasing a wasp that comes out of the grill. I think they're making a nest under there. She doesn't like it. Hey, Luke, bless you. It's nice having you here, dear friend. Sending you blessings. Morning, Joy Vive, bless again. Who this pretty man? Thank you. That's so nice of you to say. Okay, I needed some extra sleep today. Love again to you. I hope it was a nice one. Doc Dad also slept a little bit more and he also feels good. Well, you gotta do what you gotta do. And yes, I have shared it with stressed out little kids here and there. They're fascinated by the tiny little pencils and crayons. Oh no. Is Shan still out? She is. Jarvi. My sensitivity to dopamine is being tested. Right? Yeah, that's it. I have to share love again to you, bro, on your journey. All fruits are edible if you're brave enough. All fruits are edible at least once. You can eat them. Technically, you can eat them. What's stopping you from eating them? I mean, I'm not saying you're gonna survive eating them, but you can eat them. That's awesome. I like that name, Naren. Neo Neon. I have no input, Naren. Just want to say congratulations. Hey, Doctor, how about you have some input? Now, next task is to build a logo. That's hectic, Naren. I've been doing that. Good luck. Bless you too on your journey, Lisa. Shell is here. Good morning, friends. I see names. And I've read what you said. I have a eucalyptus sniffer too from Thailand, LA. Posted to General. Nice. The Thailand one's extra nice. Apparently, you can use smelling salts too. You want a fainting photo? So I was like in a whole skit there, right? But I got distracted. Clearly, like the eucalyptus and mint is like the fairy, and then suddenly you're alert because there was a freaking fairy in my room just now. And then the smelling salts would be the equivalent of like a troll, right? Or like a burglar breaking into your house. I did say sleep paralysis demon, but I felt like it didn't properly deliver the fractal. Yeah. I do want to smell smelling salts though, just to have the experience though. Say I have totally touch trees. No, 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 no. I'm at 1% now. I love you, friends. Love you. Dear Jovan. We'll see you again soon. Be safe. See you tomorrow. It's interesting how I see dopamine in the title today. For the major part of the day, I was fixated on dopamine for the name. What took me back is how it might remind people of dope. Yeah, I'm glad you picked Neo instead. I like Neo better as well, bro. Neo Nyan. New vision. And dope vision or dopa. I don't know if dopa means something other, right? But I get it, man. Like, other than dopamine, of course. And for me, right, like, I'm a believer in synchronicities and, like things taking one step into another. And your name having the NN as like pillars flanking each other. And now your business name having that NN power as well. I feel it's good, dude. You want to smell smelling salts, get a bottle of ammonia and take a big sniff. No. I don't want to do that. Right? I would like somebody else has smelling salts, and then I want to be like, oh, you have smelling salts? And they're like, yeah, I have smelling salts. And then I'm like, can I do like, and then I go, oh, oh this is, and then I'm like, yeah, I'm never doing that again. And then I can be like, yeah, I've smelled smelling salts. Don't want to smell that ever again. I'll go back to my mint and eucalyptus. Thank you very much. Okay, intentions. This is the mimosa strain. It's sacred to me. Universe, make this a beautiful experience. Allow me to make the most. Allow me to be sensitive, if you will, to the dopamine that this experience will allow me. In doing so, allow me to channel that dopamine for our friends. Allow them a good time as well in that experience. Mm. Did I miss something? How did we get to police response time? I am on all messages, right? Yeah. Chloroform smelling salts combo keeps you balanced. I don't know what's happening right now. I think I stepped into a new fractal. Fun fact, cat pee has tons of ammonia. Instantly I'm like, is this real life? I'm that little kid that just got out of the ER, you know. He just had his teeth fixed. He's still kind of like mildly on sleeping gas or whatever. Tripping out. Doesn't know what's real. Is there something like real? Truly? Truly. Right? Because it's like again, it's a dopamine thing. How real you think something is technically how much dopamine you get from it. I don't know if that's right, but I'm saying that in this moment to at least elicit a response from you, friends, and myself. Because we give our energy, we give a lot of our energy, we make real, if you will, the things that give us dopamine. Dopamine, dopamine. Thinking about that song that Zano sent us. Right? Literally. I hope that this moment gives you dopamine. You are loved. You are appreciated. The fact that you are here right now means that this experience exists. Remind yourself of that every second. Because it can be rough sometimes, yo. Woo! It can be rough. And it's coping with all of this stuff. Yeah. Yeah, the universe becomes awakened. Our planet's atmosphere breathes. Mm. 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 This cardi here. We haven't pulled this one in a long time. And yet I feel it's appropriate. It's not perfectly in sync necessarily with today's stream topic, but it's like a call to awareness around today's stream topic, at least in my mind. Oh, y'all woke up late in a hurry to get the kiddos ready. Haven't yet said my gratitudes. I appreciate you too, dear Luke. I am grateful for the wind, for the sunlight, for the clouds and the rain. I'm grateful for the trees and the grass and the dirt underneath. I'm grateful for the friends that I get to share this world with. I'm grateful for the animals that love and serve us. I'm grateful for my technology that allow me to connect to the world. I'm grateful for my body and the experiences that it allows. I'm grateful for this opportunity to make it better instead of worse. Woo! I love you, friends. This is the card we pulled today. Fire Keepers. Woohoo! Joy, take that. Take that $ triple tree. That was supposed to be quadruple $ tree. I don't know what that means. Does that mean monies? So my boss called me last night. Freaks me out when he calls me, even though he's great. But he's the best boss I ever had. He offered me a promotion. Immediately imposter syndrome ensued. Nice. You are worthy. You are hardworking. Not even like, yeah, of course I'm hardworking, Mel. Just because you work from home doesn't mean you're any less worthy, right? Yeah, get there. Freaking- You deserve it. So much love to you, Joy V. I'm so happy for you, dear friend. The second pronouncing, I think I've read that one already. I'm at 1%. The trick takes, I think I'm way further down actually. Congratulations. So much lovin's. Appreciate y'all. Firekeepers. I feel like maybe this promotion has this in mind for you as well. Being a firekeeper. Are you noticing this one, Joy V? I find this one kind of cool, right? The way that Francina Hart diversity this one. Can you see it? Like every layer allows every single color to come through. That it's not a skin color thing. Man, this card makes me happy. Firekeepers. You ready? I feel like my colors are kind of matchy-matching as well, right? Right? Surely? There's some oranges there, some reds, and some blues, and some darknesses. Yeah. Card number 5. I did pull it upside down, technically. So I'll read the upside down meaning first. Oh man, I'm getting cold out. Mm-mm. Has your enthusiasm grown cold as of late? Consider revitalizing the fire of your vision. Revitalizing the fire of my vision. What does that mean? Sacred responsibility and service. Fire is historically the source of protective warmth, light in the darkness, and heat for cooking, and was essential to the survival of original peoples. Firekeepers hold a sacred responsibility both for the survival of the ceremonial spiritual protection of the community and for the physical survival of their people. Theirs is an essential and esteemed service. Triangles represent spirit, divinity, life, strength, harmony, and completion. The upward facing triangle is traditionally associated with fire, action, and the masculine. 3 fires, warming many hands, invite you to warm to the understanding of these 3 levels of conscious personal mastery: physical awareness, mental intention, and spiritual evolution. You are invited to become aware of the effect your actions have on the physical plane. Are you living your bliss through your chosen vocation? Does your job contribute to the welfare of those around you as well as to your own needs? I did say that this card is going to be very for your job related, didn't I? I forgot about this piece. Literally, as you're getting a promotion, right? Your boss literally telling you, maybe let's say through the capitalist means of higher pay potentially, maybe more work hours as well, but that they believe that you contribute more than you are right now, and they want you to contribute even more. Two, engage your mind and reflect on how the responsibilities you have chosen contribute to the whole of humanity. How might you more effectively engage your intentions to set in motion your vision of the future? 3. Explore your connection to spirit and request to be of greater service to divine will and the evolution of consciousness. This is a card of action. Recognition of your sacred responsibility will help bring you into alignment with the purpose of your soul. Whoo! That's a big one. You. That's so much. That's so much getting like scorched. It is a fire card, right? Getting absolutely melted. Hands getting closer and closer. Skin getting burnt away. Is this still live? I do believe so. What are you barking at, Pippi? What do you see? Let me know if you find something. Woo! We got some wind going right now. Should we play some kalimba? Yeah. Say yays or nays. Yays or nays for kalimba. I'll see yay to nay ratio, and then I'll make a decision. Keepers of the flame. And technically, right, we can like extrapolate you earning capital for this promotion that they're giving you. You can buy firewood with that money and literally burn it, and that would be fire. So you literally get to keep more fire. Layers. Yes, so love you, Nancy. Yeah, we are. Fantastic news, women's. Congratulations. Thank you, Shell, for celebrating as well. Make it so. Love is true. We have one yay from Kristen. We got yay. Joy Vive says make it so. So I feel like maybe that's also a do it fractal. Slept in, felt great, like a limba. We have 3 yays. Man, the yay ratio is like 100%. 3 votes to not, so that's good enough odds to me. Thank you, friends, for choosing. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Can you hear how alive the world is right now? I can be the creature in the tree. Right? Technically, there's a whole person underneath this tree. This is just my antennas. Okay. Hey, we got some 3 minutes and 33 seconds of Kalimba coming up. Keep myself centered. Let's go. There we go. I got into a zone. That 3 minutes and 33 seconds, skibbity bobby, right past me. It's always nice to have these moments with you, friends. Really means so much that you're joining me right now. There's probably gonna be friends that show up, still a little bit sleepy. If you're joining right now, in hindsight, hey, love you. Thank you for making it this deep, right? Usually people just stay for the first bit. Love to you. If you're here right now, right? Like I'm talking to a very unlikely version, possibility of self. And you're that possibility of self right now. So bless you. Thank you for finding yourself here. Thank you for doing this with me. Mount to be silly, and you are loved for appreciating my silliness. Not together or anything, cause that would be awkward. Is there still slipped in? That would be awkward. I woke up and it was raining last night. Sounded so nice. Plus, have you decided to be one of the windmill? You're usually raging at it. I feel it's an angular thing, right? Like where I'm sitting, the wind is like hitting me like this. Why am I doing this to myself? I'm sorry. So it's not as bad. You see what I mean? You see what I mean? So usually it goes like, you know, like in a way where it's like, oh, no, 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 no. But now it's like the opposite of that, right? So it's fine. It's kind of fine. I'm positioned correctly. Turns out I had a meeting that started 4 minutes ago, so I'm going to drop this partial message for everyone. Love to you. Have the most spectacular day, full of amazement, bliss, silliness, splendor, imagination, creativity, warmth, love, belonging, understanding, growth, appreciation. You wonderful, compassionate, thoughtful, insightful, supportive friends and family that gather today, showing that love is true. I'm I'm like actually seeing like fractals just. That's great. Thank you so much, Kristen, for blessing us. Have a good meeting. Come and be the expression of love, even if nobody sees it. Right, written by the lovely Joe, a second Shan message, just to make sure y'all know how many fluffy good feelings you people feel. Have the mostest, beautifulest day. You are so for realsers, so very super duperly dearly loved. Magnanimous Mr. Meltmore, and all of you wonderfully, bedazzlingly, consistently, diligently, empoweringly, fabulously, graciously, humbly, innovatively, joyfully, kind heartedly, lovingly, motivationally, nurturingly, optimistically, patiently, quirkingly, resiliently, supportively, thoughtfully, understandingly, vibrantly, warm heartedly, zenially, yearningly, zealously, wholesomely humanimal creatures out there, considering what releases your dopamine. The amount of love. Like I'm feeling this ask to become aware of just how much you friends love this space and the effort you put into it. And it's resetting my dopamine. It's pushing my buttons right now. Love is true. Thank you so much. Luke, thank you. Have a wonderful evening and a wonderful day from this side of the world. Blessed to everybody. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you again tomorrow, where our streak will continue. It's gonna be day 1064, right? 64 is a powerful number, surely. Yow! What are you doing, silly? Wow, silly, silly! Wow, so silly! Wow! Wow, wow! You fast! You so fast! Are you faster than me? Is that what you're saying? Are you so fast? Are you so fast? So fast, 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 fast. I'm faster. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, okay. Sweetie, sweetie. Thank you, dear friends, for joining me. It was nice to have you. Well, love is true. Usually, when I get accused of pressing someone else's buttons, they're not this happy. This feels weird. Yeah, oh, there are good buttons to press too. How about that? You have the power to press the good buttons as well, Sam. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you taking the effort to. Like, I'm just seeing the channeling of Shan, channeled through Jovan, and that channeling channeled through Sam to reach this space so that we can have that blessing of a moment. And the fact that two individual, like, almost like pillars of love arose to make sure that that continues to happen. It's melting my brain a little bit right now. I'm having a hard time coping with it. So I'm gonna spend the rest of my day thinking about it, put it inside of the flowers with Lovin's gremlin noises. Love is true. I just brought a charger in impeccable timing. Love you. Thank you, Chovan. Layers upon layers upon layers of love. I'll see you again tomorrow. Thank you for joining me. Eternal blessings. Until we do this again. Goodbye, everybody. Love you.